KOGI jihadist calling for jihad in Yorubaland over Sharia identified as loyalist to former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai. Monferwa Bashorun. The individual behind a recent inflammatory comment online calling for jihad in Yorubaland, which caused concern within the Yoruba community, has been identified as Monferwa Bashorun, known as Bashorumo on X. Sahara reporters reported on Saturday that an online discussion has sparked worry within the Yoruba community after an Okuman from Kogi State, who identifies more with his Fulani heritage, made alarming remarks directed at the Yoruba people. During a recorded X space discussion titled "No Space for Hate Mongering in Nigeria," the individual, now identified as Monferwa Bashorun, stated, "It is time for jihad conversation to start in Yorubaland." His anger stems from the objections of many Southwesterners and pan-Yoruba groups to the establishment of Sharia courts or panels in the region. Meanwhile, Sahara reporters learned that he was a protocol officer for the then Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, during his first term but currently works in the Kaduna Civil Service. He is also a close friend of Bello El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai's son, a source told Sahara reporters. Bashorun's statement on the X space was filled with threats and intimidation, specifically targeting Yoruba conservatives. He claimed that the rights of Muslims to practice Islam are under threat due to the Yoruba people's rejection of the implementation of Sharia law in the southwest region. He said, "When you now have a particular tribe, and I keep saying it, Yoruba tribe fell so horribly. I don't want to know when we got it wrong, but I am ashamed that I even have traces of Yoruba heritage. When I look at what has happened in the last few hours or few months since the ISP conversation took off." This is where jihad conversations comes about. For those of you that do not know the meaning of jihad, record the conversation. I want to repeat it again. This is now the time that jihad conversations should be taking place. Your right to practice your religion is being threatened. That is why you are admonished. That is the only thing you should fight. He said, "You can fight when people are threatening you from practicing your religion. That is what is happening right now. Your right to practice your religion peacefully is now being threatened. They don't want you to exercise your right to practice your religion. That is when jihad conversations should come about. That is why we should even be discussing it. What is jihad all about?" He said he felt sorry for Muslims in southwest Nigeria, claiming that their plight is not different from that of Palestinians in Gaza amid Israeli occupation. His profile on X states that he shares former Governor El-Rufai's values. "That which is done for Allah lasts forever. El-Rufai's values are my values." Rokanmi's father, CV Pacem Parabellum Primus Inter Pares. His profile on microblogging site reads, responding to the controversial X space shared by Yemisi on X, Bashorumo asserted that nothing could be done about his inflammatory comments. "What will your forebears do?" he said. "You've exposed yourself too much and already everybody knows what truly you represent. Stop embarrassing yourself. Again, I said it. What will your father and mother do?" In another tweet in response to another post, he said, "Is this the best you Yoruba nation fools of thousands useless fathers could do? I am disappointed." Now, Let's see what other people have to say about this. Sharia law started in Zamfara in the early 2000s just to destabilize Obasanjo's regime. But today, Zamfara state can be described as the epicenter of abject poverty, raging with all sorts of insecurity such as terrorism, banditry, and kidnapping. These waves will soon be over, as we know motive behind it is politically motivated, and Sharia agitation in Southwest will soon die natural death. On behalf of Igbo sons and daughters, we urge the Yoruba people to accept the Jihad and Sharia law as it will help facilitate the development of Yoruba region. We dealt with Arishekola and others during Abiola crisis. They were beaten black and blue in almost all locations they attended. The enemies among us are noted, and those preaching it to understand the power of unity. We are just waiting for their moves against the Southwest. They failed with NSAS and they will fail again. We already have the credible intelligence that the desperate call for Sharia in the Southwest is a political agenda of the Fulani oligarchy. One region created NSAS to cause crisis towards 2023 election. Another region is propping up for another crisis in the guise of Sharia to create another crisis towards 2027. We have handled worse crisis. That is why we are Yoruba. El-Rufai should go and ask Sani Abacha in the grave. In our already confused hardship, they are bringing more confusion to confuse us. Not to think about the hardships because they know that a hungry man is an angry man. Yorubas are not gullible like others. Sharia is dead on arrival. Even Peter Obi tried to divide Yoruba through his religious war, and Yes Daddy campaign was failed. Yorubas know how to kill both internal peace, internal and external war. No place for terrorists, bandits, and unknown gunmen in the Southwest. Well, these people have all given their opinions on this. Make sure to leave your own opinions in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications so you can be notified when we upload daily content here on this channel, and make sure to share this video with your family and friends so that they know what is going on and they can give their own opinions on this.